So earlier at the top of the hour, we told you about a teenager whose unique form of rebellion captured the attention of Congress yesterday. He got vaccinated at 18 years old against his mother's wishes. Yesterday, he told lawmakers why he made that decision. His name is Ethan Lindenberger, and he said that he felt his mom, like many other parents, was misled by false statistics and posts on social media, sites like Facebook. After doing his own research, he got vaccinated for influenza, hepatitis, tetanus, and HPV. The teen's testimony comes just days after a new study confirmed that the MMR vaccine, which is often bypassed by parents, does not cause autism. Dr. Larry Mastrojanakis from St. Vincent's is a pediatrician. He is here to talk about the misconceptions specifically of vaccinations. Good morning. Thank you for being here. This is such an important topic. I think yesterday highlights what oftentimes we do end up seeing on social media sites, which is parents who go on there and they are worried, they love their children, and they're looking for a reason associated with what causes autism and perhaps create this link. Why is that they are so worried that they think that MMR is what causes this? Well,
when the study first came out about 20 years ago, and people were concerned about the possibility of that link, there was more research done over time, and even the people who originally published the study came back and said, we were wrong, there is no link with autism and the MMR vaccine. But by then, it had been around so long and been talked about so much that it was too late. The cat was already out of the bag. So.
Well, and it's interesting, too, because that stuff does spread like wildfire, right? You know, in terms of word of mouth and parents and mommy groups and whatnot. And because we do want to protect our children, is part of this because oftentimes autism is, the signs of autism start to show up at the same time that a child is old enough to start receiving this vaccine?
It certainly is.
And as a result, there's some, you know, connection when there isn't one?
Right, that certainly is. And we're obviously looking for a connection. And the increased rates of autism have been something that have increased significantly recently, and we don't really have a good explanation for exactly why that is. So people are looking for a variety of different reasons, and this is one of the reasons that people jumped on. Turned out not to be something that that was really a fact, but again, people are looking for reasons for it.
So have you found within your practice, as an example, that this has moved beyond a conversation about whether or not my child should get the MMR, measles, mumps, rubella, and more into, well, all vaccines are considered dangerous? Or is it just an ambivalence about getting that MMR?
Well, no, now most people that have concerns about vaccines, they bring up all the vaccines, and so there are some people who refuse to do any immunizations for their children. So obviously we try to educate them as best we can, but a lot of times they've already got their mind made up.
Well, and that said, the risks associated with not vaccinating your child, I mean, I'm trying to remember when I was young, if I ever heard about a measles outbreak, and now in particular we're seeing that because so many kids are not being vaccinated.
Correct, right. Most of the patients out west that have developed measles are not vaccinated.
What about other things, though, in terms of vaccination? I mean, I'm giving you this really opportunity to explain to parents at home who maybe, you know, someone who's getting ready to have a child, or those who are of that age where they're thinking about maybe not vaccinating their child. Why is that a bad idea?
Well, we're talking about preventing infections that are life-threatening type things. And we've gone from seeing patients with meningitis and a variety of other different severe illnesses to basically not seeing these things happen anymore. And you can prevent your child from potentially contracting a life-threatening illness by vaccinating your children.
Do you find that you have, you know, patients and parents who are asking you not to vaccinate?
I do. I see that from time to time.
Do you allow that in your practice?
You know, we've talked about that, and at this point we still see the patients. They still need medical care, so I still think it's reasonable to see them. And every time I see them, though, I always throw out the idea of, are you ready to vaccinate your child, and try to have that discussion with them again.
Right, to protect them from life-threatening illnesses. Doctor, thank you for being here. Do appreciate it. We'll be right back.